Peace and blessings. Happy birthday to all of the Pisces out there. It is Pisces season, and this is going to be the birthday reading for Pisces. So in this reading, we're going to look at what you have to celebrate, the lesson, the theme, last year, what that was about, what to release, a gift that you'll receive, what to embrace, and what this year of your life holds for you. So let's get into it. I've already did my little prayers and tuned into the energy of Pisces across the globe just to tap into that collective energy. So let's see what is going on for my beautiful Pisceans out there. So let's look at, I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards and then we'll just dive into the reading. Okay, this one wants to come out. There's a lot of healing taking place. A lot of healing taking place. Okay, let's see what we have going on, Pisces. Okay, so what you have to celebrate, we have the Five of Swords. And of course, we never really want to celebrate the Five of Swords because it's one of those challenging cards. But what I see is that this is necessarily about, I feel like it's protection, right? Like this beautiful, it could be a moon or an orb. I'm feeling like it is an orb today. And this bird, it's like it was trying to get to the magic. It's trying to get into your sacred space. And these knives are preventing that from happening. So you can see the bird that is falling down away from it because perhaps the swords have pierced it. So maybe you're moving into a space where you are no longer allowing everyone, just anybody, to really have access to your heart, to your mind, to your energy, to your space, to your resources. Perhaps there may have been in previous times, or maybe you were like a doormat, or maybe not really having set boundaries, not really being able to voice what you have to say or really standing up for yourself. So this feels very much like strong boundaries, really enforcing, protecting your energy, and keeping out things that that don't really belong. And the beautiful thing is that, see, there's space between here. So it's not like you're completely shutting something or someone out. It's like a filter. You are filtering who and what is able to tap into your magic and access your energy. So I do think overall that is a very beautiful thing worth celebrating. I know how hard it can be to cultivate that strength and will for really protecting yourself and your peace, and creating boundaries and standing up for yourself and saying no. So kudos to all of you beautiful Pisces out there. For some of you, this might be you needing to heal, because this bird, I keep looking at this bird. It's like something that you have been trying, that you've been working at, that's been maybe confusing you, that you're not understanding or able to articulate, and you're finally deciding to let go. You're deciding that you're not going to keep, kind of hitting your head up against the brick wall. You're just going to let go and release, and that's equally as beautiful. So the lesson is the Magician. Oh, I like this, especially looking back at that Five of Swords. So there's a lot of five energy here. This is you realizing your power. This is you realizing that you have everything that you need in order to grow, to evolve, to create the life that you want, that you don't lack anything, that you have the power, that you don't have to step outside of yourself, that you can go within, you can use what you have now, where you are now, as who you are now, to create something different. So getting this energy, right, that Five of Swords, coming to the realization that this is not working, this is not necessarily for me, I need to change something, and then it causes you to step into your power. So sometimes we can have these experiences in life that happen that completely devastate us, but it awakens you and it helps you to realize something about yourself. And so it's like you almost are like, okay, this is what I have to work with. And so I'm going to use this instead of like trying to strive for other things or feel like I have to wait until the perfect time or the perfect moment or the perfect person or idea or energy comes into my life. And I'm going to harness the potential right now in the present moment. So that is very beautiful. You also have a lot of manifesting energy right now. The more that you are really releasing the things that don't serve you, and you're filtering things out, you're saying, okay, this is okay, and not that, a little bit of that, okay, wait, that's enough. And it's like you're really cultivating your space, your life, and really creating your own reality. And by doing that, you start to realize just how much potential, how much power that you have access to really create what it is that you want to see in your life, who it is that you want to become, the abundance, the love that you want to experience. So you're in a very beautiful place. Excuse me. So this theme, I keep hearing 33. So especially 33 is a very potent time in life. But I keep hearing 33. So if you are turning 33, this is especially a transformational time. But yeah, there's a rebirth that is happening. You are awakening to the truth of who you are, and you are no longer like settling. You're really stepping into a new version of yourself. And I don't mean that in, some like woo-woo kind of way. And I hate that word, but I mean that you are starting to realize and recognize what can no longer exist in your life, and how to really navigate, expressing not only your heart, but also your mind in a way that's really empowering. So it's like you are, this year is going to be very transformational for you. There's going to be a lot of things that you're deciding, a lot of cycles that you're like, okay, I'm complete with this. No longer want to experience that. I'm going to start to create some new things in my life, some new habits, some new connections, some new ways of looking at myself. And it's almost like, so we have the same orb, right? And so it's almost like there's this halo of divine energy, of alignment. You may want to also look at, excuse me, I've got like a lot of stuff going on right now. So out of nowhere, it's just like all this stuff wants to drain. And so I'm feeling like you are going through a process of releasing toxic energy out of your life, where things may have been congested. You're going to start to find flow. You may have to push some of those things out, but it's moving into a beautiful space to where you're starting to embody all of this beautiful energy, all of this aligned and balanced energy. Do some chakra work. You may want to do like a chakra balancing, listen to, color therapy, sound therapy, to really heal and align your chakras, because that's only going to help you grow and elevate even more. This is a very, very potent time for you, because you're stepping into your power. Also be mindful that you are in a very heavy manifestation energy with the Magician. We've got the Death card, we've got Fool. So be mindful about what it is that you're thinking, what you're speaking, what you're doing. Try to focus on the things that you want to see come into your life, versus being stuck in, focusing on what you haven't done yet or what's not working. You want to focus on the things that you do desire to manifest, because remember, you're in the space where it's like, I know what I want. I have access to all of this energy, all of this power. So what are you going to do with it? You have to be very intentional and very aware, right? Present minded and aware of what it is that you are doing. Be also mindful of what you're taking in. I love that, right? There are no ears and there's no eyes, and he really doesn't have a mouth. This to me is like presence. This isn't you necessarily like listening to a lot of outside things. This isn't really you watching a lot of things or necessarily like speaking on everything that you're doing. You are in a very state of receptivity. And again, you're cultivating the spaces that you are participating in and the things that you are consuming and taking in. That's going to be very important for you, as well as you are manifesting things, because you want to make sure that the energies that are coming in are supportive of what it is that you're doing. So if you want to start a business per se, you want to listen to business things, business podcasts, follow business pages on social media, read magazines about business, things like that. So you want to make sure that you're infusing your heart and mind with supportive resources and materials, and start to block out any of the things that are not in alignment. So filter those things out. That does not mean that you can't have fun or watch silly things on TikTok, but you just want to be very mindful of the energies that you're taking on, because it will affect how you are manifesting. So last year, that's what I said, we're coming out of like a very emotional time where maybe you were not feeling your best, you weren't really feeling connected with self. Things may not have been working out in the way that you thought they would. But the beautiful thing about that is it kind of has taught you resilience. It has taught you about setting boundaries, and you're starting to awaken to the magic and the miracles in your life again. So this really resonates with the Five of Swords energy, where maybe you were hurt or disappointed, you suffered some losses, you were trying your best and things just were not working out. But it's important to remember that even though these things did not work out, you still have a lot of life left in you. You still have a lot of potential and opportunities, but we can't see them if we're constantly in a space where we are, and I wouldn't even say grieving, but where we're hurting, because she's not looking at what's happening in front of her. So sometimes we have to get to a place where we can recognize, like, okay, this bird is just not going to make it. And we have to be in acceptance of that, instead of, being in a space of denial where we don't want to look at what's happening in our lives, because that causes us to miss out on the lessons and the magic, or the things that are there and available to us. So I feel like last year was a trying year, but it was one where things that probably no longer fit, and you're probably going to see how everything starts to come together this year. But last year was about letting go, and it could have been very uncomfortable. It was probably not fun, and there was probably some things that you lost that really hurt you, whether it was, a relationship, a job, your home, someone near and dear to you. There was a lot that really caused you to just kind of withdraw and just really have some very visceral emotional responses to everything that's going on. The beautiful thing about that is that it's okay. It's time for you to release that energy. It's time for you to get back into your space of compassion and forgiveness and love for yourself and others. It's time to move out of that Four of Cups energy and get back into the heart of who you are, really loving and nurturing yourself. Water, of course, for you is a very dominant element. So the more time that you can spend in water, even like listening to whale sounds, spiritual baths, going to the beach or the river, even just, in the shower, make sure that you are really cleansing yourself, tapping into water. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. Make sure that you're allowing your heart to blossom, and that you are releasing your energies. And energy healing keeps coming up. Reiki practitioner, chakra balancing, crystal therapies, all of the things to help you move out of this energy, because it feels like some of this is still lingering. Well, picking up on this, like you have made a lot of progress, but we want to make sure that you are releasing all of this stuff, so that when you start out on this is the gift that you're going to receive. So you're starting out on a whole new path, a whole new trajectory, and you're being elevated up. So it's like all the stuff, all of this, the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups stuff, you're being lifted right up out of that. And so where you're going to go depends on what you choose to do, what it is that you choose to experience. So if you continue to stay in the feelings of lack and loss and struggle and all of that, then you may not get very far. So you want to be mindful and start really thinking about, what do I want to create this year? What do I want to experience? Who do I want to experience it with? Where do I want to go? What changes do I want to see? What do I want to, what is it that I want? What do I want to experience? And if you allow yourself to say yes to something new, and of course that can be very challenging, but it's going to be transformational. There's so many butterflies here, and it's like you're going to find your people, you're going to find your connections, you're going to find a beautiful pathway laid out for you. So it's almost like you get to create what's next. You get to create that. You get to decide whether you stay where you are or whether you level up in love and life and all the things. So I think this is such a beautiful gift for you. It's like a new beginning. It's a new beginning, but it's out of this. It's going to be completely different. So you can literally just transform your entire life. And I think that is so beautiful because this is what I'm feeling for you. It's time to let go of the past. And I know that's something a lot of people say, like, let go of the past. But no, like, this feels like rebirth. It also feels like recreating, reinventing yourself, moving into a completely different way of life. So if you are like a heavy drinker or something, you probably cut that out. If you smoke, you stop smoking. If there were, things that you were holding on to, attachments and habits and beliefs, you're choosing to let all of that stuff go. You're not letting your emotions weigh you down. You're putting yourself in a position where you are in control of your emotions, and energy healing is going to help you with that. So make sure that you are tending to your emotional, your spiritual body, because the more that you do that, the easier, the lighter that you are going to be. So when you're calling in these things that you want to manifest and experience, it's just going to be instantaneous and effortless for you to do so. What to embrace? Your happiness. The things that make you happy, the things that bring you joy. We're not in this for that is the 5 of Cups. I don't know why I kept saying 4. Weird. Yeah, so we're not in this energy anymore. You have done what you needed to do. You have grieved. You allowed yourself to move on, and you thought you lost 3 cups here, but you gained 7 because you decided that it was time to move forward. You decided that you wanted something different, and you decided to create boundaries to really uphold that. So it's like, okay, these things can no longer affect my heart, my mind, my emotions. These things can no longer affect me. And in doing so, you have really created a portal for just joy, for happiness, for love and abundance. For some of you, this could be a relationship. This could be you really moving into a happier place within yourself. So I'm seeing like the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and your inner child just all happy, coexisting together in a very beautiful way. Complete alignment, complete, satisfaction, joy, and harmony. And of course, then we have what to embrace, or excuse me, what the year holds for you. We have the 3 of Cups. You're going to be able to share in the joy of community and connection. It's not just going to be you having to hide yourself, having to protect yourself from everything because of past woundings or past hurts or past trauma. You're opening up and you're really allowing your soul family to come in, your soul tribe, your soul connections. So you're going to see some very beautiful partnerships come in, some very beautiful relationships and collaborations. If you allow yourself to move into that space and really start to release those past woundings and hurts. For some of you, you may want to, like I said, work with a therapist or a spiritual guide or coach of some sort to really help you process these energies, to help you reinforce your boundaries and make sure that your spiritual and energetic body is in complete alignment, and that you're releasing the things that once had you feeling that that there was no hope, that had you feeling like, that you could not really tap into your emotions. You have very powerful emotions, and your emotions can help you manifest, which is why it is so important that you're filtering things, that you're just not allowing anything and everything to really feed off of your emotions, because that can easily get you into this place where you're feeling depleted and lonely and down, and that is not what we want. You're going to have people come into your life that are going to uplift you, that can see you for who you are and that can celebrate you, that are going to bring joy and peace and love and harmony into your life. And it's not going to be like a one-sided thing where you're feeling drained and empty, because again, you have cultivated a space, a sacred space within yourself, and you're being very mindful about who you're allowing into your sacred space and how you're sharing it out with other people. So yes, I think that is a very beautiful reading. Is there anything else for Pisces? Is there anything else for Pisces? I think that's it. Yeah, there's a dream up what it is that you want to experience, and allow those dreams to become reality through actively manifesting what it is that you want to experience. So that is it. Happy birthday again, Pisces. I'd love to know what about this reading stood out to you most. I do offer personal readings. You can visit my website, spirituallovesanctuary.com, to sign up and learn more about the work that I do. I just launched my program, Renew You, Discover Self-Love. So that is available as well. If you are in a space where you really want to reconnect with yourself and tap into your own power and magnificence, then definitely check that out. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.